Hey y'all, it's Tabby Lou from paprikaSTUDIOS coming to you with our very first YouTube video. This has been something that we've been planning for a while, but haven't had the time to do it due to our hectic convention schedule. Since we are now in a major downtime for 2020 conventions, we figured that it is time to set up some time for this project and get it done. So recently we posted on our social media outlets asking for all of you to send us your questions for this upcoming Q&A video from paprikaSTUDIOS. We picked some questions from those who have asked us, as well as a few common questions that we get quite a bit when we are at conventions. So let's get on with it. Kurikomisiki asks, how did you improve when you first started drawing? I literally have been drawing since I was a child, so it's been something that's always come natural to me. I do believe in the practice that if you draw for at least 30 minutes a day, you will train yourself to get better. And it's just like, for a lack of a better word, body imprinting or something like that. It's something that when you figure out how to do something right with anatomy or something, you are mentally, subconsciously going to remember it and start implementing it more and more and more into your drawings. Then, of course, you can always reference poses and start to break the anatomy down by shapes. That definitely helps. I also set up studies where I practice just a certain portion of the body, like the hands, because for me, hands are evil, and at times expressions, because I've really learned to love drawing expressions and trying to figure out how malicious looks and happiness, and just figuring it out, especially, and it can be different for every type of person. But yes, art is just like any other skill. The more you use it, the better you will get at it. Megan V asks, are you making new buttons and bookmarks? Really miss them? Yes and no. So the buttons and bookmarks that we've carried previously in the past has been discontinued, so we can bring forward a better version of that product. If you have seen us at conventions, there's a chance that we probably showed you a prototype of the new upcoming acrylic pins that will be replacing our buttons. These will be cut out similar to our charms, but instead of being a charm, there'll be a pin that you can go ahead and put on yourself, your lanyard, your Eater bag, or any other item that you want to go ahead and put these on. As for our bookmarks, we are actually looking into something a little bit more durable material to put them on, like PVC or even acrylic. The reason for that is, with our current bookmarks, they are currently only laminated, and that causes them to be more prominent to being bent, creased, and worst of all, possibly torn. So we're trying to make a more quality product for you guys, and it's still requiring some more research on our end before we can announce when we're going to be releasing those, but it is coming. Kawaii.art.cafe asks, how do you decide which conventions are worth selling at? I do a lot of research when it comes to deciding which convention to do. I do everything from researching YouTube videos to asking vendors and artists to even checking Wikipedia, because sometimes they'll have numbers you can guesstimate from, and also report if there's any issues with the convention as well. It takes some time, but all that information is out there on the web to help you best judge what convention is good for you, and it is different for each and every different artist. It could be different for one person who does crafting and one person who does art, and someone like me where I do a little bit of everything. Google is a very powerful tool as long as you know how to use it best, so definitely set aside some time just to do research about conventions and see which one best fits you and if the numbers support what you're looking for a return. CBKS 2020 asks, what is your favorite design you've ever made? As for now, my favorite design would have to be Ari from League of Legends. While she was a difficult chibi to complete, ranking in 12 hours from start to finish, I was just so excited to do some League artwork as well as a character that I like to use when I'm playing League of Legends. Her tails were also a bit of a challenge for me, so I had to figure out the best way how to make those look crystallized but not overcomplicated. Question: when did you start? I started prepping for artist alleys back in 2012, but my first artist alley experience was in 2013 with Triad AnimeCon located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I learned a lot from that experience and put it into practice before my next convention in 2013, but it was a huge eye-opener. But the short answer is I started in 2013, but I started prepping in 2012. Question: what do you have in store next art-wise? As for personal art, I plan to do President Mike and Shinso next from My Hero Academia, followed by either Neo and Ruby Rose from Ruby or Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. After that, I'll be working on commissions again so I can clear up my backlog. That way, I can go ahead and start taking more commissions from people who've been wanting to commission me for a while and just keep myself busy during this downtime where we don't have any conventions yet due to the COVID-19 virus. Question: for the artwork you have finished and is currently not available at conventions, is there a way I can get an item on a pillow/huggable, sticker, etc. during your downtime where you do not have any conventions to go due to the virus? Yes, in a few days, I will be opening up a listing for pre-orders on our Etsy store, as well as our email orders form, which is soon to come. I will have to wait until I get a certain amount of items ordered before I can get that particular product in with my artwork, but you can go ahead and reserve your item with a new character that I've drawn during the downtime of no conventions. That way, you don't have to wait for a convention to come around to get that character on the items that you like from me. And that is it, at least for now. So many thanks once again to our followers for submitting their questions. If your question didn't make it this time, don't fret. These videos will be happening more often, so there's a chance that it may be there in a future video. And as always, be sure to get your chibi fill and check out our social medias and store with the links down below. Thanks again, guys. Bye!